Alright, how's everyone doing? Today I want to talk to you about the balance of false light and true darkness. And looking at a different aspect of both of these. Because a lot of people view in their life a positive aspect and a negative aspect. And in real terms, those are actually mindsets. So say a positive aspect is just, using the persona of happiness and, or same with the word light, heaven, angels, rainbows and Skittles and all that stuff, right? That's a positive mindset. A negative mindset, or a term darkness, which has been whatever. So darkness or negativity has been used as a form of hell or demons or depression. These forms of aspects of personas and egos, and again, a mindset. Now, with that being said, with both positive and negative being a mindset or a manipulation set, the energy part is lost, right? It's a form that is misunderstood because, again, you're separating your mind from energy. Your mind from energy. Again, the power of manifestation. But how does manifestation develop? It is from your imagination. Again, if you have a positive or negative aspect, again, that can reflect into your manifestation. But let's look at things a little differently. So, this is you, right? This is your physical form. And we always have these positive and negative aspects. Like the devil on one shoulder and then the angel on the other shoulder, right? Right? They're always trying to force you to make decisions. That's right. Force you to make decisions because you're imbalanced in life. You are imbalanced. You should not be having a more positive life or a more negative life. You need to learn to balance both because you're here to learn and grow and look at your life in a balanced way. Because if you're too positive, you're imbalanced. Because what happens when you're super positive is that when a negative form comes into your life, usually what you do and what I've seen is you push everybody away. You push everybody away. If there's somebody that's negative, or the term troll, or things of that nature, you just push it away. I don't want you in my life. Right? I don't want you in my life. Because you're too positive. You're pushing people away and not allowing the person who is negative or a narcissist to learn with you. To learn with you. So you are therefore imbalanced. You may be positive, but you're imbalanced because you're pushing everybody away. You're not learning and growing from the negative aspect or looking within the darkness. And looking within the darkness is this person, which again can be a form of negativity, but it's not, because negativity is a mindset. So darkness is a representation of self. This is why it's so important to go within yourself, and why a lot of people get so scared when they go through meditation. Because when you go through meditation and you think you see demons and shadows and things of that nature, and there's definitely a lot of different ways you can talk about this, but more than likely, shadows and demons and things of that nature is you. It is deep within yourself. All the fears that you hold within. And the longer you push that darkness away, the stronger that darkness is going to start coming and manifesting into your life physically. This is where you will see people come into your life to remind you, hey, you need to fix yourself. Or, hey, how can I help this person? again, if you're too positive, you can't help nobody because you're pushing everybody away. You're pushing your self-healing away. You're too scared and afraid to walk into that darkness that dwells within you. You have to heal and fix yourself. And this is why, it's not taught to nobody. Nobody teaches you how to overcome your fears, or at least look at what you are fearing. And there are so many things. Again, fear, false evidence appearing real. It means you're allowing your imagination or your darkness to overtake you. And this is where personas come in. Again, personas, ego, a form of manipulation of the mind. Hopefully you guys are still sticking with me on this. Alright, so I'm going to give you these two basic things here. So, light side, the physical realm, the outer self experience, your creation, your manifestation through the lens, which is, again, look into the pineal gland, your third eye. That is your manifestation tool. These eyes right here are just lenses of what you are perceiving as things to be real. But in actuality, everything is an illusion, a projection of your mind's eye, and a reflection of within self as well. Again, do research on it. So, the outer self, experience your creation, your manifestation through the lens, the eye. Your perception is created by how much light you give the lens and how balanced you are within the night self, I think. The night side. Okay. Night self, night side. Alright, so again, light is a reflection. So just like your lens, your eyes, your physical eyes here, what we perceive, we see, shoots back into the back of the brain, right? Conveniently, back into the brain. Which can also lead to the third eye as well. A projection, a projector. So you can see your physical eyes, but you really have a projector that's really giving that light of life. Because without that light, you can't see your creation. And with people, and you can do research on this, people who have no eyes, right, they're totally blind, they can still dream, and they can still see things, right? So like the mind's eye. I haven't thoroughly done research on how many people who are blind can see through their third eye. But it kind of reminds me, and I just came up with this. If you guys ever watch Star Trek The Next Generation, LaForge, Geordi LaForge on there, he's blind, but they created this visor, right? And he can pick up heat signatures. So again, if you look into the third eye, the pineal gland, or the experience that you have, like myself, when you start to focus, and you have to be in darkness, when you start to focus, you begin to see lights. You begin to see colors, and it looks like heat signatures. You can have red, yellow, green, purple, blue, things of that nature. So again, LaForge is a good way of looking at what people may see if they're blind. So definitely something to think about. Alright, so the dark side, the night side, and I'll talk about the sun and moon here in a second. So that would be the spiritual realm, the inner self, heaven and the underworld balance. Heal and control your memories, demons, parasites, and the battle of the gods of fortune, the ego. So what is the god of fortune? So if you look into the real term of God, or Gadrael, or Gad, which will lead into Bel, translates into the god of fortune. And the god of fortune is the power that you have in manifesting. As humans, in this form right now, 3D form that people call 3D, 4D. This is the physical realm of fortune. People want stuff. People want stuff in their life. People want happiness. People don't want happiness. People want family. People don't want family. It's choices, and choices. What are choices? Choices are a form of fortune. Fortune is not just money. Fortune is anything that is physical. This cup here is a fortune. The drink inside is a fortune. Anything like that is a fortune. Okay? So that is what you're dealing with the light side. Your creation when you are awake. Now with the night side, this is where you start healing yourself. So the sun, okay, so the sun is a reflection of our creation, right? So the sun makes things grow, mature, plants grow, things of that nature, right? But when you get to the night side, everything changes. I don't know about you guys, but every time it is dark outside, I have a different perception on life. I see things differently. I feel different. You know, there's just a different feeling of it because it's a reflection that you need to go back within self. Learn to heal and work with self. That's why it's so important to at least pray and meditate every night so you can learn to balance and see what is coming up in your life. So that's why it's so important. So I want to make this video short so it's not too long, but that's basically it. Is you have to look at a positive and negative aspect as a light perception and a night perception. The light perception is your creation. The night side is your shadows, your demons, your fears, what you want to create, things of that nature. You have to balance them out. If you don't, your fears and things like that are going to start pestering you. You know, if you're agitated, that will form into your night self, and that's going to develop outside self. So how are you going to being a super positive person and you come across a person who is negative or agitated? You're going to push them away. You do not want to push someone away. That's what's very frustrating with me, is because so many people are pushing people away. Oh, you don't resonate with me, don't want you. Oh, you don't resonate with me, don't want you. That's an unbalanced person. You need to be cool, calm, and collective. How do you do that? You have to balance both the light side and the night side. I mean, that's the sum of it. And it takes practice, it takes research, and self-worth. Again, God of Fortune, self-worth. You got to calm down and look at your life. Don't be focusing on Facebook and news and politics and all that stuff. You have to calm down. Calm down. That's key. So that's pretty much it. Again, I want to make this video as short as possible. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll continue to talk about this stuff. I know this is a lot in one video, but for those who are willing to learn to or want to balance their life, this will click with you. Those who are too positive or too negative, this is going to really, it's you won't be able to relate to it. You won't be able to comprehend it. But if you're curious or interested, that means that you are trying to become balanced, and you're hearing that call. You hear that call. That is key. You want to balance yourself. You want to be balanced. You want to be in between. And again, I talked about the 3 earths that I'll talk about again. Positive earth, negative earth, a well-balanced earth. This is the true self. These are just projections. False God of Fortune earths. You want the balanced earth. So, I'll leave it at that. So, love yourself, keep shining bright. Research is key. Heal yourself every night. Pray, meditate, discover how to balance your life. And I'll leave it at that. So, I'll talk to you in a little bit.